It's a really dynamic weather day, just meaning that we have two very different systems hitting Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada, and then on the west coast as well. Pardon me. We'll start first for Western Canada. This Pacific frontal system is driving a lot of moisture, very strong winds through BC, but also the U.S. Northwest as well. And this is going to spurt off an Alberta clipper. So it helps with the formation of a secondary system that drives a lot of snowfall for some portions of the prairies. We also have widespread warnings, not only through BC and into Saskatchewan in terms of snowfall, but winter storm warnings. Some of these highway passes in BC will pick up 30 to 50 centimeters of snow. This paler blue that you see in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Northwest Territories, and Yukon, those are extreme cold warnings. So let's look at the temperature. Right now, it's minus 24 in Regina, minus 24 in Winnipeg, Yellowknife minus 38. But hey, guess what? With the wind, it feels like minus 49 this morning. And extreme cold is going to be in place for the next several days. Now, that cold air descending across Canada is causing precipitation to flip over to snow for many spots that have seen rather consistent rain for the last several weeks. So we'll see heavy snowfall east of Vancouver. Whistler is in a position where you'll see like 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. But this fuchsia that you get into, that is indicative of the 30 to 50 centimeter range. A lot more snow into the BC southeast as well. Communities like the Shuswap seeing that 15 to 30 centimeter amount of snow. Then that moisture slides into Alberta. So already, pardon me, we started to see that snow from areas like Grand Prairie down through Calgary and then down towards the Lethbridge area. This slides its way eastward. So through the Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park, communities along the Trans-Canada, this is going to include like Swift Current, all the way eastward towards Moose Jaw, and then up towards the Kindersley area, set to see snow this afternoon. This is coming with very gusty winds as well, so blowing and drifting snow. We know how bad it can get on those kind of prairie highways with the visibility reduced. So check out the highway report before you're doing any travel. This will start to creep its way into southern Manitoba as we go into tomorrow. This will affect communities from Dauphin to Brandon and then east to Winnipeg. Once that moves there, everything clears in behind it. So this is a shorter duration event for you in Western Canada. Now, conversely, on the eastern half of the country, we have a longer duration event, so a storm that's going to last more days, but then in behind that, there's more moisture. So this is this Texas low driving its way up towards Ontario and Quebec. That snow has already started in the southwest and southern parts of the province. We're already seeing that transition to rain for the Sarnia area. It's light now. It is going to pick up in intensity, and we have widespread warnings with this from Ontario, east of Superior, all the way up toward Atlantic Canada. In terms of snowfall totals, this paler blue that you see all the way along Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and up toward the shores of Lake Ontario is indicative of 3 to 7 centimeters. We get much more as we're heading up to cities like Ottawa, Montreal, 15 to 30 centimeters of snow. Now, that snowfall's first, and then it flips over to rain, particularly in the south and southwest of Ontario. There will be some mixing for eastern Ontario and southern Quebec communities as well. Snow flips over to rain, like I said, through the day today, spreading its way up toward Ottawa by mid-afternoon, by evening in Montreal, and then this moves its way into Atlantic Canada, leaving behind cold air and flurries for Wednesday. Thursday, another round of snow moving its way through, but the next big system arrives just in time for the weekend. This one affects the exact same area, a little more cold air with this one, so more snow than rain expected right across the region.